Hey, this is Nerion. Welcome back to another episode of First Impressions, the series where I take a look at some of the newer titles out there in the gaming verse today. And today we are looking at Worshippers of Cthulhu, the latest offering from Cryptivo. If the phrase Anno meets Lovecraft intrigues you, then this game should be right up your shadowy, tentacle-infested alley. Combining deep colony management with a healthy dose of cosmic horror, it challenges you to build and expand while keeping your sanity intact, or, in true Cthulhu fashion, intentionally letting it slip. So let's take a closer look. So, when we're setting the stage from the moment you start, Worshippers of Cthulhu makes no bones about its influences. You're tasked with managing a colony of worshippers dedicated to appeasing an eldritch god. While balancing resource collection, production, and expansion, you'll also oversee horrifying rituals, blood sacrifices, and summoning unimaginable horrors from beyond. The game offers a mix of familiar mechanics like resource chains and workforce management, with the added twist of zeal and madness as core gameplay elements. It's not just about surviving, it's about thriving in a world that grows increasingly alien and chaotic the more you progress. When we look at the gameplay, as we said earlier, it has some very Anno-style mechanics, but with a very dark twist. If you're a fan of city building games, you'll immediately recognize the resource chains, building specializations, and worker assignments. You'll harvest basic resources like wood and clams, yes, clams, and convert them into more advanced goods needed to fuel your colony's progress. But unlike most city builders, Worshippers Cthulhu demands more than simply efficiency. It requires faith and fanaticism. When it comes to the resource management, blood, zeal, and otherworldly energy replace typical currencies, creating unique priorities for your colony. Then there's the rituals and sacrifices. The heart of the game lies in performing ceremonies to honor your god. Sacrificing followers, sometimes in droves, isn't just necessary, it's encouraged. Balancing population morale with your god's demands is an ongoing challenge. And then you have the Eldritch horrors. Being able to summon creatures from the void isn't just a thematic flair, it's a tactical tool. These horrors can defend your colony, attack rivals, or help gather resources. Commanding them feels as thrilling as it is dangerous. Now, when it comes to the tone and atmosphere, the Lovecraftian influence runs very deep. From the dark, muted visuals to the unsettling whispers and chants in the background, the game crafts an atmosphere dripping with dread. You'll constantly feel like you're teetering on the edge of losing control, a perfect match for the theme. Every decision is steeped in the weight of your faith, with followers simultaneously revering and fearing you. Whether you're conducting a massive sacrifice or erecting a monument to your eldritch deity, it feels appropriately chilling and grandiose. Some of the strengths I found with this game is the unique blend of genres. With the fusion of city building and cosmic horror, I felt that it worked surprisingly well. The thematic elements from resource names to building designs are consistent and compelling. And if you're like me, where you've played previous Anno titles, this game will just feel very, very familiar to you overall. There are some challenges. At times, when it comes to the pacing, the game does feel like it leans heavily on the resource management, which could slow down the overall pace for some players eager to delve into the horrors. The managing of the intricate systems, especially for the followers and rituals, might be a little challenging for new players, but you get used to some of its unique takes in city building and resource management. Some of the tasks can be a little repetitive at times, though. I mean, it is your typical resource collection, so there is potential repetition here, but overall, if you're into these type of city building and resource management games, you'll probably find that you have hours and hours of playability here. So, my initial verdict of Worship of Cthulhu, or should I say Worshippers of Cthulhu, if I were to speak more clearly. It feels like a bold experiment that largely succeeds. If you've ever wanted to lead a colony of devout zealots into madness and an embrace of an elder god, this game delivers. Its unique twist on classic city building mechanics makes it worth a try for fans of strategy games, and Lovecraftian horror alike. If the idea of managing clams and blood while commanding unspeakable horror sounds appealing, then you'll probably enjoy what Cryptivo has conjured up here. It's not just about surviving the cosmos after all, it's about ruling it. So, dive in, make some sacrifices, and do all that is required to appease our greater god, Cthulhu. I hope you enjoyed this quick snippet review and first impressions of Cthulhu. I probably will be diving into this game quite frequently moving forward, as sometimes I do get that itch to do some building and city management, and now I have one that also scratches that horror itch as well that I sometimes get too. Anyway, stay tuned. I might do a full review once I've dived further into the game down the road, and feel free to check out other videos on my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment, maybe just for talking about some of your favorite city building games that you've played. I have once again been an unprofessional gamer, and as always, we'll see you in the next video. That's a wrap.